Oxford Hills program looking to see if this is a team that can host a first-round playoff game after being a 5 seed a year ago and being bounced in the first round of the Class AA North playoffs. Brunswick, on the other hand, missed the playoffs entirely last season. They went 3-15 for what was a team that saw the Vikings early on in the season. Last year, this was a December 23rd game, so just pre-Christmas instead of just post-Christmas. But the same time frame, really, of a nice early season non-conference test against a program that is usually a pretty good one to have to go up against. We'll dive a little bit deeper into the personnel on both teams, but first we got to take our first time out on the Coastal Auto Parts Napa pregame. Back with more in just a moment on BRG Sports.
Hey, wake up. This car's not going to fix itself.
Your car may not be a race car, but you can sure treat it like one. You can find Gear Wrench, the tools trusted by the Napa Racing Team at any of our 29 locations. And while you're here, sign up for the Napa Rewards. You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Is your current CPA or tax preparer not coaching you on how to score big with your taxes, payroll, or bookkeeping? At H&R Block in South Paris, our experts provide the guidance you need to win. Visit us today and let us help you achieve financial victory.
Dunk your money into your retirement account so Uncle Sam doesn't take the win. Take control of your financial future at H&R Block in South Paris.
Visit your local H&R Block in South Paris.
If you're looking for a new home, Twin Town Homes in Oxford, Maine is your #1 custom home builder. Since 1955, Twin Town Homes has been making families' dreams a reality. They offer a variety of homes from various top manufacturers for every budget. Let Twin Town Homes wow you with the perfect balance of quality and affordability you should expect from a builder in business for 67 years. Visit them online at twintownhomes.com or stop by their showroom at 804 Main Street in Oxford, Maine. Twin Town Homes is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Hi there, Monica here from Barefoot Realty on Main Street, Oxford. For nearly 15 years, we've been here to help you through the process of buying or selling your home, whether you're a first-time buyer or seasoned seller looking for a change. Barefoot Realty knows the market and, most importantly, the area. We love supporting the community through sports, nonprofits, and everything in between. Barefoot Realty has your best interests in mind, so reach out to us online at barefootrealty.com. That's barefootrealty.com. Go Vikings!
Back inside the gymnasium here at Oxford Hills Comprehensive High School, Caleb Lamb with you on BRG Sports as we are in our Coastal Auto Parts Napa pregame coverage of our Twin Town Homes Game of the Week. The boys basketball team in Oxford Hills taking on the Brunswick High School Dragons. Nice view of things up top here in our Barefoot Realty broadcast booth. Really more of a broadcast perch just over top of the gym here, but I very much like this view, as we are here once again for another season covering Oxford Hills Vikings hoops alongside my team of producer John Chassie and our camera operator Wyatt Flagg, hoping that you have had yourself a very Merry Christmas and are perhaps getting in a nice post-holiday rest. Thanks for spending part of your Friday afternoon with us as the Dragons and Vikings prepare to duel. I mentioned Brunswick at the top of the show. 4-game win streak coming in. Already more victories than they had in the entirety of last season. Head coach Ben Clark has a good mix of both underclassmen and upperclassmen. Only 2 seniors on this Dragons team. That's the same number of freshmen they have at the varsity level. And of course, you've got sophomore Owen McGrath, who last year as a first year saw quite a bit of time on the court. He's been joined by freshman Owen Quinn, the 5'11 guard. And then, of course, other players to keep an eye on: Keegan Cummings, Logan Gray, Brendan Shaw. They've all had double-digit points performances. Rylan Lay has been a force on the boards at times. Had 15 rebounds against Gray New Gloucester just 2 games ago in what was a 57-43 victory for them. And Trevor Garish, 6'6" senior. He, along with Umberto Moyenga, the 6'6" junior forward, brings some size to the lineup that could be a focal point of attention for them to try and attack this Vikings team. On the other side, The Vikings have had a good mix of just upperclassmen. It's 5 seniors, 7 juniors for the 12 varsity players that have seen the majority of the minutes so far in this campaign. A good mix, as always, of bringing in players who have kept themselves in shape over the course of the football and boys soccer seasons, and starting 5 for them, Carter Holbrook will see, along with Braden Murch, Brady Delamater, Cameron Polkinen, and Eli Laverdier, as they are a few minutes away from being officially introduced. But then we've got players like Gabe Damon, Brady Roy coming off the bench that can certainly provide a spark. Carson Stevens, Jackson Stack, that help fill out this lineup, and it's really been scoring by committee for this Oxford Hills boys team so far this year. We saw them once earlier in action here on BRG Sports, that thrilling overtime victory against the Coney High School Rams, another Class A opponent. They'll be hoping for another victory, this time from the south side, if they can knock off Brunswick this afternoon. Players to keep an eye on, well, everyone's had their moments at times. Brady Delamater, 26 points he scored against Bangor. You look at how Braden Murch has done at times this year, 34 against Coney in the overtime win. That's the most that anybody has scored in a game this season. Oxford Hills, though, only 3-3 because of that 1-point loss on opening night against Edward Little, dropping the contest on the road against Lewiston, and then that loss just before Christmas to Sanford. That was their biggest defeat of the season, falling by 24 points. We'll take another time out here on our Coastal Auto Parts Napa pregame show coverage. We're about 4.5 minutes away from getting things going here with the opening tip-off. Vikings and Dragons on the court warming up. Back in a moment on BRG Sports.
Be the MVP of tax season. Bundle your deductions by planning major expenses within the same tax year. Visit H&R Block in South Paris for expert help on maximizing your refund.
Underperforming with your current tax service? Become a financial superstar with H&R Block in South Paris. Our experienced team will boost your tax performance and ensure you excel. Visit us now and shine in your financial game.
Visit your local H&R Block in South Paris.
Timeout. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the MPA and the Maine Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We're talking with our friend Joe Galetta from Ripley and Fletcher Ford in South Paris. Joe, why do so many people choose Ripley and Fletcher Ford?
I really think that it just comes down to people want to do business with people that they trust. And for the last 8 years at Ripley and Fletcher Ford, I've made it my goal to surround my customers with people that they want to do business with. My people at Ripley and Fletcher Ford are the best people you're going to find anywhere. You know, from that first contact, they really feel it. They sense it. They can tell that this is a place that they want to do business. And you know, every dealer says it's going to be the best deal. It's going to be the best price. And it's no different at Ripley and Fletcher Ford. You're going to get a great deal here. It's really the experience that sets us apart. And you know, the bottom line, like anything, customers, when they feel appreciated and they feel they've been treated fairly and they feel they've gotten their money's worth, and they know as they're leaving where they're coming the next time they need to do business.
Ripley and Fletcher Ford, Main Street in South Paris, and online at ripleyandfletcherford.com.
Are you looking for a new home? Twin Town Homes in Oxford, Maine is your custom builder. Visit us at twintownhomes.com or 804 Main Street in Oxford. Your dream home is waiting.
Maine Health is one team working together to deliver the highest quality, personalized care. With that commitment, we're proud to introduce a fresh new look across all our locations. Soon, you'll notice a new logo and location names, making it easier to navigate the care you count on from the same care teams you trust. While Maine Health's brand is evolving, our compassionate and exceptional care will never change.
At Northeast Bank, we're committed to helping you grow your savings with consistently top-of-market CD and high-yield savings rates, Serving the Oxford Hills community with pride, we offer personalized service to meet your financial needs. Conveniently located at 235 Main Street in South Paris, our friendly team is ready to assist you. Northeast Bank, your trusted partner in helping you earn more. Visit us today or at northeastbank.com. Member FDIC.
Back with our Twin Town Homes game of the week here in South Paris, Maine. Caleb Lamb with you on the call for this Friday afternoon matchup of Class AA North and Class A South. Oxford Hills hosting Brunswick High School. Teams have finished up their warm-up on the floor and will be ready for starting lineups to be introduced. Vikings wearing their home whites with the green and gold numbers on their backs. Brunswick in the black road jerseys with white numbers and orange trim. There on the bench off to our right-hand side. For those of you listening to our radio coverage on WOXO, good turnout here for a post-Christmas matchup. A lot of the fans and families from the local community have made their way down to the gym, and a decent traveling contingent for Brunswick as well for the group that's set up behind the Dragons bench across from our broadcast position. Oxford Hills, coached by Joe O'Farrow, as I mentioned, in his first year in charge, assisted by Shane Slicer and Frank McGrady. On the other side, Ben Clark, who has Ryan Susi, Tyler Zamori, Justin Govan, and John Squires as his assistants for the game. I believe we'll start with the visiting Dragons to get themselves introduced. Starting lineup for them is going to look like this. Keegan Cummings, the 6'1" senior guard, wearing number 2. Will be the first man called off the bench. 13 points against Gray. New Gloucester earlier this season has been his high point from the first 5 games. On the other side, or I should say behind him, Logan Gray, the junior guard, 6'3" tall. He's had a couple of double-digit point scoring games himself. Season high of 16 in the victory on the road against Greeley. Brendan Shaw, junior guard, 12 points against Gray New Gloucester. Also in the starting lineup, as is Rylan Lay, the 6'1" sophomore, who's very good at getting himself body position. I told you about the 15 rebounds he had against GNG. He's also put in a season-high 12 points against Freeport. And rounding out the starting lineup as he comes off the bench, Trevor Garish, the number 33, the big senior, 6'6" tall, listed on the roster. 14 points against Freiburg Academy, their only loss of the season on the opening day. That's his season high for the campaign thus far. Vikings to be introduced now. Carter Holbrook first off the bench, the now senior guard. A very shifty point guard. We know how he can take over games when he's hitting. He's had 2 16-point games, or 18 points against EL, his high, compared to the 16 on the road against Lewiston. He's joined in the lineup by Braden Murch, who will be a good swing man at 6'4", using that reach and that very good jumping athletic ability that he has from the gridiron to be a force down row. Brady Delamater joins him, along with Cameron Polkinen off the bench, and Eli Laverdier, the 6'4" senior forward, joins him. We will step aside before tip-off for the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Back with the beginning of the game next on BRG Sports.
Is your current CPA or tax preparer keeping you sidelined? Get back in the financial game with your local H&R Block in South Paris. Our expert team is ready to help you score big with your taxes. Visit us today and make every financial move count.
Beat the shot clock. Review your expenses now for tax savings before year end so you're not dunked by Uncle Sam. Visit H&R Block in South Paris for expert year-end planning tips.
Visit your local H&R Block in South Paris.
Maine Health is one team working together to deliver the highest quality personalized care. With that commitment, we're proud to introduce a fresh new look across all our locations. Soon, you'll notice a new logo and location names, making it easier to navigate the care you count on from the same care teams you trust. While Maine Health's brand is evolving, our compassionate and exceptional care will never change.
Keep your car running as smooth as mine with tools built for performance. No matter where you're going, be geared differently with Gear Wrench, the tools most trusted by the Napa Racing Team at any of our 29 locations. And while you're here, sign up for the Napa Rewards You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
It is basketball time again. Our final BRG Sports broadcast of 2024 as we prepare to flip the page on the calendar. Vikings and Dragons ready to go here from our Barefoot Realty broadcast booth. A good view of the action right here at center court. Vikings in the home whites, Dragons in the road blacks. We are ready to get things started. Braden Murch to jump against Trevor Garish. Let's get things underway here. Oxford Hills loses out on the tip and will look to lock down a lineup that's not using as much of its size as it's got available. We'll be keeping an eye on how the game plan is to how to attack and break down this Vikings half-court set. Moved around from Logan Gray up top, ends up in the hands of Trevor Garish from the right wing side. He'll try to turn and dribble his way down low against Laverdier, but very solidly holds him up. Got the pass away, but the layup no good by Brendan Shaw. And the rebound claimed by the Vikings, who will get their first possession of the contest. Holbrook right at center court, sends over top of the key for Murch, working off a screen. Picked up by Garish. Back to Holbrook on the right wing side. Brendan Shaw has him locked up, goes down low. Laverdier, kick out pass, but was away from a moving Cameron Polkinen, who got fingertips to it, but not enough to hang on. Turned over to the Dragons. Neither team finds anything in their first possession. 60 seconds off the clock here in the first quarter. Three-pointer swirls in and out, would not drop for Keegan Cummings, and the rebound tipped eventually into the hands of Holbrook. Throws it ahead, Polkinen, left wing side, hands back off. Holbrook, Murch, kick out, Delamater wide open, right corner three, drilled it. Brady Delamater, first points on the board for the 6'1" senior guard. 17 points in that overtime victory against Coney on home court, which you watched here on BRG Sports coverage. And a 3-0 lead for Oxford Hills as the defense in this zone look against Brunswick, frustrating them. Garish trying to bully his way inside against Murch, turns and gets the lefty layup to drop. Nice little shot over the top of him for the first basket for the Dragons. 3-2 Vikings lead, coming up on 2 minutes gone in the first quarter. Holbrook jump stop, lost control of it, but it was knocked out of his hands by Shaw, and the Vikings will retain possession out of bounds. Holbrook to inbound from the baseline. Vikings spreading out wide, working on a screen, lob in for Murch, layup off the glass and good. Yeah, that seems like a pretty easy to draw up play when you've got a man who can elevate like that, and Murch drops his first points. They'll feed Garish and let him attack Laverdier. Tried to fake the pass, got the switch that he needed, but not a good look as he turned to his right. Bad angle, couldn't get the layup to drop. Murch attacking the baseline is fouled and hits the deck for our first whistle from the referee crew today. Get confirmation on that one, yes, going up against Rylan Lay, the number 21. As he tried to very quickly block out that right block area and not allow Murch to attack the rim. From the left elbow, jumper from Murch, no good on the inbounds play, and the rebound collected there by Cummings. Stolen away, Holbrook, though, as he knocks it loose between the legs of Shaw, racing in for the layup. No good from Delamater, who put it too high over the top of the backboard square. Garish now the other way gets the pass. Lefty layup, no, that's too strong as well. And almost the exact same spot on the backboard that it hit before hitting front rim, no good. Holbrook controlling just across the timeline. 5:10 remaining in our first quarter. 5-2 lead for Oxford Hills. Cameron Polkinen on the ball up top of the key. Dishes to Laverdier, who will back it out. Dribbling with the left hand, waits for Holbrook to come. He'll throw to Murch on the left wing side, just in front of the Brunswick Dragons bench area. Trying to attack. Ball knocked away from him. He's able to pick it back up. Double team. Throws it to the corner. Polkinen, one hand bounce pass. Holbrook spins and hits a no-look jumper. That's a tough shot to make there, but a great job of just positioning his body release to make sure that he could get up and elevate as he turned and located the hoop. And that's a great shot to be able to drill from there to open up a 5-point lead. Shaw from the left wing side for Brunswick. Dribbles into the paint. Tries to go up for the layup, no good. Rebound came right back to him, got one away, thought he was fouled, not given now as he comes down with a second offensive board. He is knocked down by Laverdier, will pick up his first personal. Not in the act of shooting after he claimed the second offensive board of his look from the paint, and heaves a high one that's just grabbed by Lay. Into the corner, left wing three, won't drop for Cummings, and the rebound eventually secured by Polkinen in between two black jerseys. Holbrook, point guard, dribble drive, stops and pops from just beyond the free throw line, thought he was fouled, no whistle given, and the shot just off to the right. Dragons come away with it. Logan Gray trying to spin inside, lost the handle, able to secure it, got it over to the left corner. Cummings gives it back to Gray. Pass across, three-pointer from Brendan Shaw, hits it from the right wing. Only the second bucket of the Dragons so far in the game, past the halfway point of this first quarter. Both teams have substitutions ready to come in on the next whistle. Delamater, Holbrook left wing three, he got fouled and nearly got knocked into the assistant coach. No, the head coach, rather. That's Ben Clark, who was pacing back and forth in front of the Brunswick bench. And he pops back up A-OK. We'll see those changes made now here as the foul is on Brendan Shaw, his first, team's second. 3.5 to go in our first quarter. Holbrook, nice fake from the left corner side, but he didn't like the look of the shot with nobody underneath to position for a rebound. So they reset up top. On the dribble, Delamater got himself in trouble at the end line, tried to kick it back out, but Garish picks off the pass for the steal. Now the big man trying to control, goes down low for Lay. Mismatch down low in the right block against Brady Roy, but could not get the shot to drop. There is a whistle for a foul. The only problem for the Dragons is it's offensive. That's going to be against Garish there for a hold, trying to fight his way inside to get that rebound. Nice job there by Brady Roy, who just came in off the bench. Doing a good job to try and control and position his man down low. Talking with Joe O'Farrell, he said he is pretty comfortable with Roy being able to guard any of the 5 positions. As Murch, nice little step back, jumper drops. It's a long 2, make it 9-5 for the Vikings. Murch's second bucket, he's got 4 points. Mylan Lay goes across to the left side. Gray, double teamed. Trying to just back his way down. Now spins, puts up a wild shot off the glass. Garish got the rebound and drops the floater through. Second for him. That's 4 points now for the big number 33. 2.5 to go in our first quarter. 9-7 lead for Oxford Hills. Holbrook bullies his way inside and bowls over Brendan Shaw. Offensive foul against Carter Holbrook will turn it over. Senior last year was a Class AA North honorable mention. We saw how key he was to the team in that playoff game against Lewiston, where he had one of the best first half we've seen from an Oxford Hills point guard in quite some time, dropping 5 3-pointers. Just was not enough in the long run for the Vikings to come away with a victory as their season ended short of making it 3 straight trips to the North Regional Finals. Layup there from the left wing, left alley side. Wouldn't drop for Brunswick, and that's claimed on the rebound for Delamater. He'll try and attack, gives it off here to Roy, who comes right down the open lane. Oh, and the layup hung on the rim for an agonizing moment. Didn't drop through, but it's scrapped out of bounds, and Oxford Hills will keep possession. Trevor Garish got 2 strong hands on the ball, but as he tried to grab that rebound, you can see here on the replay, just deflected off his left-hand fingertips and out of bounds. Vikings keep the ball. Delamater to inbound. Murch works it around very quickly. Jackson Stack, throw it across. Left side, Delamater able to avoid the leap of Logan Gray. Stack is open from the right side. 3-pointer halfway down and out as it had enough force from the back room to pinball back into the air. Taken down by Owen Quinn, the 5'11 freshman. He tries a long-range 3 from the left, way off the mark. Rebound secured, though, and they'll put it back down underneath. This is Umberto Moyenga, spun inside. He's fouled, could not get the layup to drop. Brunswick making several changes there. Bringing in the 6'6" junior, Umberto Moyenga, 14 points against Gray New Gloucester, his season high. Still been trying to get a little more consistency out of the big man, who's still coming off the bench as he did last year. And his first free throw, no good, off back iron. Also into the game for Brunswick, Alan Swain, the junior guard, who sees quite a bit of playing time as well. He, along with Owen Quinn and Moyanga, the three subs. Carter Holbrook, who took a quick spell on the sideline, back in on that horn to replace Brady Delamater. Second free throw, no good as well. Vikings able to come away with the rebound, though the three men down low nearly gave possession away. Gave Damon getting it back up top here. Damon, midfielder on the boys' soccer team, working this one over to Murch. Nice shimmy, got himself free, but the jumper from the right wing won't go. Knocked out of bounds. Again, the ball will stay with the Vikings. A tick more than 60 seconds to go in our first quarter. Still a 2-point lead for Oxford Hills as they inbound this one back up top to Stack. Holbrook from the left wing. Bounce pass to Murch, trying to find inside room against Moyanga. Great spin, puts up the shot as he's fouled. It doesn't drop, but Murch will go to the line for 2 free throws. Third team foul on the Dragons, both teams with 3 in this first quarter, or excuse me, fourth on the Dragons. I tally up my slash marks down the side of the scoring page. The first free throw, front rim, back rim, and through from Murch. Give him a game high 5 so far, half of his team's total. Second one, no good, but a whistle and what looked like a lane violation. So they are going to let him reshoot that. Laverdier appears to be checking in for Murch here. But they wave that off, obviously, with him getting a second look at the free throw. Drills it there. And now they will make that swap with 50.8 seconds remaining in an 11-7 lead for Oxford Hills. Inbounded for Brendan Shaw to walk it up the floor, close to the near sideline on the left end of the court. Holbrook trying to pick him up to Swain in the left corner, guarded there by Stack. He'll put it back up top. 38 seconds left on the clock here. Working off a pick. Gray gets to the paint, stops and pops, and it eventually bounces its way through. Logan Gray gets his first bucket of the afternoon. One possession game once again. And will the Vikings hold for the final possession of this first quarter? Down to 20 on the clock. Holbrook says, nope, I'm going for the first look. I see. That one no good. Brady Roy gets the offensive board back. The pass down low deflects out of bounds off the left knee of Laverdier. And Brunswick going to send 3 quickly to the scorer's table for a substitution. Polkinen will be sent sprinting over as well from Oxford Hills to counter, as Garish back in along with Lay and Cummings. Looking for one final good look for the starting 5 that began the game here in the final 10 seconds of the first quarter. Great bounce pass down low, layup up and good from Logan Gray. Vikings looking for a heave at the horn. That's off the high point of the backboard, no good. And after 8 minutes, a slow start for both teams, but they end up deadlocked after 8 minutes. It's 11-11. Take a quick timeout, back in a moment here on BRG Sports.
At Northeast Bank, we're committed to helping you grow your savings with consistently top-of-market CD and high-yield savings rates. Serving the Oxford Hills community with pride, we offer personalized service to meet your financial needs. Conveniently located at 235 Main Street in South Paris, our friendly team is ready to assist you. Northeast Bank, your trusted partner in helping you earn more. Visit us today or at northeastbank.com. Member FDIC.
Hey, wake up. This car's not going to fix itself.
Your car may not be a race car, but you can sure treat it like one. You can find Gear Wrench, the tools trusted by the Napa Racing Team at any of our 29 locations. And while you're here, sign up for the Napa Rewards. You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Square at 11 apiece here after our first quarter. Caleb Lane with you on BRG Sports. Vikings with the first look of the second quarter. And they just put the ball in the hands of Polkinen, and 2 seconds later he races in untouched for his first layup of the game. So the Vikings on top 13-11, 5 seconds into the second quarter. How about that for a quick start? Gray, who tied things up on the last possession, shakes off some contact, but a tough fadeaway jumper won't drop for him. Polkinen comes up with the defensive rebound. Puts it in the hands of Brady Delamater. Floats a pass over for Brady Roy from the right wing side. He'll dribble top of the key. The bounce pass down low. Laverdiere able to come up with it. He'll give it back to Gabe Damon up top. Throws it over. Polkinen long way out from the right wing side, wanting the screen to come from Laverdiere, but not a good look. He'll give it back for Delamater, who starts as the point guard in this second quarter. Nearly traveled, just able to high point on his toes. Damon now steps into a left elbow jumper and rattles it through. 6'6" guard able to bang that one down for his first points of the day, and a 4-point lead for the Vikings, though it's quickly back to 2 as Trevor Garish catch and release in the paint. Off the backboard and down. Delamater dribbles behind his back, now gets inside to the paint, slams on the brakes. He got fouled as he went for the pass down low. Had 2 Dragons leaping into the side of him. 6:39 remaining in our second quarter and our first half here at the gym at Oxford Hills Comprehensive High School. As you take another look at that one, just so you can get elevated in the air and pretty much pitchforked at a 45-degree angle. Whenever that happens, there's a relatively good sign that you got fouled in the process. And that the second one against Trevor Garish. He has gone to the bench here. Delamater to inbound, looking for help on the screen, finds Polkinen, but his opposite number 13, Umberto Moyenga, who's in off the bench, able to hog tie him up. Roy works it to Damon in the corner. Right side, he'll come to the elbow, pass deflected, eventually finds its way to Laverdiere. It is blocked by Moyenga, who swats it down. Big time block. Now he races the other way, but can't handle the bounce pass off of his knee and out of bounds. Nearly a great defensive transition off the block there, as you saw them coming right down the alley. That pass just got away from him. Picking up live action, a foul on the other end as the Vikings tried to get inside from the right block. That was Delamater getting his way to the line. 2-point lead for Oxford Hills, up 15-13. And the foul will be charged to Logan Gray, his first. 2 fouls quickly here in the second quarter. It looks like that was Holbrook who's going to be coming in off the first missed free throw. Murch as well joins him as Brady Roy heads back to the bench. Second one for Delamater. He's able to drill this one, make it 16-13. 4 points for the senior guard. And as we've expected from the Vikings, and has been sort of the case all season, it's kind of scoring by committee, but they have been so used to a single player kind of taking over each game and being the go-to guy on that particular day, but so far nobody with more than 5 in an Oxford Hills jersey. No good from Brunswick. Vikings coming back with another possession. Laverdiere trying to spin inside against Moyenga, who just stays arms pointed straight up in the air, and there was no room around him. Nice play from the big man, but again, the bounce pass his direction off the mark. You can see what they're trying to do. Let him run from the right sideline, cut diagonally towards the paint, and they're just trying to hit him in motion, which is a very hard thing to try to slide over in the zone and pick up a charge against a guy that close to the basket with that much reach. Vikings off the turnover. We'll give it to Murch. Gets to the free throw line. Handoff back up top. Holbrook stops and pops. Couldn't quite adjust the elevation enough as he was leaning backwards, and that one's front rim no good. Shaw the other way. Gives to Moyenga. Pass into the corner for Lay. Working his way towards the top of the key. Picks up his dribble. Bounces it just under the reach of Murch's arms. Down low, Moyenga trying to go against Laverdiere. He didn't like that he had no room, but his pass was too far out of the reach of Logan Gray, out of bounds. 5 minutes to go in our first half. Lightning quick first bucket for the Vikings, just taking 3 seconds off the clock, and since then, scoring has slowed once again to a snail's pace as both teams still trying to get above 20. Murch racing in, his righty or lefty layup no good from the left alley. Moyenga puts it in the hands of Shaw, who will walk it up the court. Dribble drive against Holbrook, who might have got a fingertip to that shot that was put up, no good. Vikings come down with it. Moyenga said that he got a hand in the face, wanted a foul, not given. Bounce pass, tipped away. Cummings comes up with the steal. Delamater desperate to try to steal it back, not going to fish it away from Shaw. Dragons still coming from right to left. Lay floats a pass over right sideline. Cummings, step back three, online. Keegan Cummings' first basket of the day, and we are tied again, 16 all. Holbrook works off a screen that knocks over two, and then Moyenga, as he falls, gets tangled up in the legs of Holbrook. That should be a foul on him. Difficult one there. How about this screen set by Eli Laverdier? He gets two for the price of one, and Moyenga, who stumbled and tried to slide himself a little bit further along to block the alley. Doesn't really work, as he will get charged for his second personal. And Holbrook, no good on the first attempt. Rarity for him. Logan Gray back to the sideline for Brunswick for a spell, and it looks like we'll see Carson Stevens into the game in just a moment as Holbrook connects on his second. He will come to the sideline. Stevens, the number 11, and now junior 6'2" guard into the game. Walked up the floor here by Shaw to the left side. Halfway through our second quarter, closing in on halftime here. Moyenga holding top of the key, and he telegraphs that pass. Polkinen leaps in front of it like a cornerback. We've seen him do that on the gridiron. Gives the pass off. Delamater, right wing three, online, and rattles through. Brady Delamater's second triple of the contest. 7 points, a game high for him, and the Vikings extend that lead back out to 4, 20-16. Shaw picks up his dribble as he got to the top of the key. Pass to the left side, Lay. Murch has him locked down, gives it to Moyenga, trying to attack against Laverdier. Kick out pass to Swain, worked across to Cummings. The Vikings screen in disarray, but Polkinen able to swat the three-point attempt by Shaw. Fell right back into the Brunswick guard's hands, though, and the Dragons will try another look from this particular possession in the half-court set. Lay racing in, he's fouled by Laverdier. Layup no good, but he'll go to the line for two. Good attack there that time, just coming through with a head of steam, and Laverdier got a big piece of him as he tried to divert that shot off target. Seeing both defenses here really going for the blocks. And we wondered if that would be something to keep an eye on with the size discrepancy. Brunswick, two 6'6" players, both of which are taller than anybody on the Oxford Hills roster. Substitutions coming in here after the first missed free throw. Laverdier going to head to the bench for a spell. Brady Roy back on. And Moyenga steps out of the game with his two fouls. Second free throw, good from Lay. That is his first point officially for the sophomore, but he will step to the sideline as well. Owen McGrath, combo guard forward, now a 6'2" sophomore on the floor. Stevens to Murch. Oh, great move to attack. Goes for the righty layup, no good, but he is fouled. That's Lennox Moore, the first-year forward, who got him on the wrist. So Murch to the line with a 20-16 lead. And he hits the first to give him 7 points and tie him with Delamater for the team lead. Keegan Cummings makes way for Logan Gray on the Brunswick sideline. Oh, excuse me, 21-17. Yes, there was that Brunswick free throw that they had just made of themselves. So then was a 4-point lead. Now it's 5, though, as Murch gets them both, give him 8 to lead all scorers. Bounce pass here as we see Lennox Moore trying to get into the flow of the game very quickly. McGrath from the left wing side, working it across top of the key. Bounce pass down low. Moore picks up his dribble, just has to go back up top. Neither Garish nor Moyenga in the game right now, so a little bit smaller lineup, though. Brunswick has a plethora of 6'1" and taller players that they can lean on. Brendan Shaw, the 6-foot guard, goes down low for McGrath, turns with the left, and he straight lines one right through. Not a lot of arc on that shot, didn't matter for McGrath to connect. One possession game once again, 22-19. Vikings trying to extend it. Polkinen, left corner three, no good. Ball poked loose by Brady Roy, but it eventually ends up in the clutches of Brendan Shaw. who can go to work. Moore. McGrath. Looking to attack from the right side. Lefty layup, no good. Murch can claim the defensive board as he cleans the glass, rising highest. Ahead for Brady Roy, racing past everyone. Stuffs a right-hand layup right off the backboard box and through for his first point of the day. Nice basket, way to use his speed, and a foul called as Shaw tried to go up on the attack and was hog-tied by Polkinen. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. First foul on Cameron Polkinen. Now a junior, the guard, who is the younger brother of Cole Polkinen, who's playing his college basketball just down in South Portland at Southern Maine Community College with the Seawolves. First free throw, no good from Shaw as that hits back iron. 90 ticks of the clock to go before halftime, and Carter Holbrook is summoned from the bench to replace Carson Stevens. He'll rotate in. Shaw taking his time on the second one, a few extra bounces, and he leaves it short. It was deflected off an Oxford Hills hand, though, and goes all the way into the backcourt. Brunswick able to pick it up. Alan Swain on the ball. Crosses over, looking for the screen to work away from Holbrook. Will hand off to McGrath. And there is a travel called there as that plant foot dragged on him as he tried to come to a stop. Oxford Hills fans, who I think were looking for a moving screen violation just seconds before that. So Oxford Hills comes up with possession, up by 5, 24-19. Minute 10 to go in the first half. Heaved across to the left wing for Roy. Murch sets the screen up top. Delamater. Crossover dribble through his legs. Pass down low, left block. Polkinen bounced it back to Murch. Into the corner. Holbrook rises, fires. No good on the long 2 attempt. Rebound a long way out. Delamater comes up with it. Great underhand pass. And Polkinen lets the defense sail by before he lays it up and in. Second basket for Polkinen, who's got a year high of 14 coming from that loss on the road against Lawrence. And Delamater able to get the steal as Logan Gray tried to go between his legs. Murch stops and pops off the backboard square. Wouldn't drop through, though, as we're into the final half minute. 26-19, 7-point lead, the largest of the game for Oxford Hills. Trying to keep Brunswick from having a late rally like they did at the end of the first quarter. Double team, ball popped free from McGrath. Throws it to the corner, throws it away to Carter Holbrook. Holbrook got it over to Delamater. 6 seconds to work with as he crosses the timeline. Three-pointer online from Brady Delamater, and that's your first half. Third triple, and Delamater becomes the only scorer into double figures through the first 2 quarters. That is a great exclamation point on the end of a slow-moving first half for both teams, with the Vikings end with a 29-19 lead, up by 10 points. Headed into the break. As you watch the replay there, you could tell that one was online from the moment it left his hands.
Is your current CPA or tax?
Fantastic shot to hit there. We will take a quick time out here. When we return, we'll get into our Coastal Auto Parts Napa halftime show. Vikings up by 10 at the break against the Brunswick Dragons here on BRG Sports.
Preparer not coaching you on how to score big with your taxes, payroll, or bookkeeping? At H&R Block in South Paris, our experts provide the guidance you need to win. Visit us today and let us help you achieve financial victory.
Dunk your money into your retirement account so Uncle Sam doesn't take the win. Take control of your financial future at H&R Block in South Paris.
Visit your local H&R Block in South Paris.
Maine Health is one team working together to deliver the highest quality personalized care. With that commitment, we're proud to introduce a fresh new look across all our locations. Soon, you'll notice a new logo and location names, making it easier to navigate the care you count on from the same care teams you trust. While Maine Health's brand is evolving, our compassionate and exceptional care will never change.
If you're looking for a new home, Twin Town Homes in Oxford, Maine is your #1 custom home builder. Since 1955, Twin Town Homes has been making families' dreams a reality. They offer a variety of homes from various top manufacturers for every budget. Let Twin Town Homes wow you with the perfect balance of quality and affordability you should expect from a builder in business for 67 years. Visit them online at twintownhomes.com or stop by their showroom at 804 Main Street in Oxford, Maine. Twin Town Homes is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Hi there, Monica here from Barefoot Realty on Main Street, Oxford. For nearly 15 years, we've been here to help you through the process of buying or selling your home, whether you're a first-time buyer or seasoned seller looking for a change. Barefoot Realty knows the market and, most importantly, the area. We love supporting the community through sports, nonprofits, and everything in between. Barefoot Realty has your best interests in mind, so reach out to us online at barefootrealty.com. That's barefootrealty.com. Go Vikings!
We're talking with our friend Joe Galetta from Ripley and Fletcher Ford in South Paris. Joe, why do so many people choose Ripley and Fletcher Ford?
I really think that it just comes down to people want to do business with people that they trust. And for the last 8 years at Ripley and Fletcher Ford, I've made it my goal to surround my customers with people that they want to do business with. My people at Ripley and Fletcher Ford are the best people you're going to find anywhere. You know, from that first contact, they really feel it. They sense it. They can tell that this is a place that they want to do business. And you know, every dealer says it's going to be the best deal. It's going to be the best price. And it's no different at Ripley and Fletcher Ford. You're going to get a great deal here. It's really the experience that sets us apart. And you know, the bottom line, like anything, customers, when they feel appreciated and they feel they've been treated fairly and they feel they've gotten their money's worth, and they know as they're leaving where they're coming the next time they need to do business.
Ripley and Fletcher Ford, Main Street in South Paris, and online at ripleyandfletcherford.com.
Is your current CPA or tax preparer keeping you sidelined? Get back in the financial game with your local H&R Block in South Paris. Our expert team is ready to help you score big with your taxes. Visit us today and make every financial move count.
Beat the shot clock. Review your expenses now for tax savings before year end so you're not dunked by Uncle Sam. Visit H&R Block in South Paris for expert year-end planning tips.
Visit your local H&R Block in South Paris.
Back at halftime here at Oxford Hills Comprehensive High School. Caleb Lamb with you on BRG Sports. At the break on our Coastal Auto Parts Napa halftime show, a 29-19 lead for the Vikings, but most of that coming late. This was a one-possession game for the majority of the first 16 minutes of it. But the Vikings getting a couple of shots to drop late on. Braden Murch hitting, Brady Delamater hitting. And that has extended things out against a Dragons team that is still struggling to find a consistent way to attack the basket against the Vikings zone defense look. Let's take a look at scoring from both teams. We'll start with the visitors. Keegan Cummings, 3 points for the Dragons, the starting guard. Logan Gray has 2 buckets for 4. Brendan Shaw has hit the only triple of the day for the Dragons to give him 3 points. Rylan Lay has 1 from the free throw line. Owen McGrath got a shot to drop on a straight line through. And the leading scorer for Brunswick, as we expected to be, the big 6'6" senior forward, Trevor Garish, has himself 3 buckets for 6 points. Vikings have already returned from the locker room after a quick chat with Joe O'Farah. They will get themselves some shots put up in the warm-up here. How did the Vikings offense do in that first half? Carter Holbrook has himself 3 total points. It's been a little bit of a tougher day shooting for him. Just 1 long ranger has dropped through. Brady Roy put down that very nice move to the basket on the layup for 2 points from him. Gabe Damon has hit a jumper for 2 points. Cameron Polganen, 2 shots have dropped for the junior guard to give him 4. Braden Murch, he has piecemealed together an 8-point game so far, but the majority of his points coming from the free throw line at this point in the day. And Brady Delamater, 3 triples, including 2 in that second quarter, have elevated him from 4 points to 10 points to lead all scorers. That's how things look right now. We've seen Brunswick platoon quite a few players into the contest. They have had 10 on the floor so far today. have not been afraid to mix up their lineup and try different approaches. Humberto Moyenga has had a good block, but has not been able to get into rhythm offensively. A couple of turnovers on passes headed his way. But at the same time, Brunswick has not really been able to lock in on outside shooting and trying to attack down low. The Vikings have held steady, even giving up a few inches at most of the positional matchups. Brady Roy, Eli Laverdiere, and Braden Murch have done their part to make sure they are keeping the Dragons from having an easy path to the basket. Brunswick has had to really do a lot of backing down guys, and then you're trying to fake one way, spin the other, and put up an off-balance shot. That's not usually a recipe for traditional success. You're not going to hit those consistently throughout the game, and they will look to make some adjustments at halftime as they join the Vikings on the floor to get up some jumpers here. About 3 minutes to go before we return for second half action. Players to keep an eye on. Who's going to be our BRG Sports Player of the Game? Right now, Delamater probably your leader in the clubhouse, as he is looking to be on pace for another big contest, his fourth game already with double-digit scoring from the 7 so far for Oxford Hills. Brunswick on the other side, if they can get Trevor Garish a few better looks at the basket, he has proven he's a tough man to hog tie and keep down. They could use some more outside shooting from Cummings and Gray, as well as Brendan Shaw occasionally, the trio of guards that they've got around the outside of this 2-3 zone look. We'll take our last time out here of the Coastal Auto Parts Napa halftime report when we return. Second half gets underway. Vikings up by 10 at the break on Brunswick here on BRG Sports.
Whether you're racing to pick up the kids or a quarter mile, make sure you get to the finish line in record time. Give your car the race car treatment with the brand trusted by the Napa Racing Team. Pick up a gear wrench socket set for your garage at any of our 29 locations. And while you're here, sign up for the Napa Rewards. You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Be the MVP of tax season. Bundle your deductions by planning major expenses within the same tax year. Visit H&R Block in South Paris for expert help on maximizing your refund.
Underperforming with your current tax service? Become a financial superstar with H&R Block in South Paris. Our experienced team will boost your tax performance and ensure you excel. Visit us now and shine in your financial game.
Visit your local H&R Block in South Paris.
At Northeast Bank, we're committed to helping you grow your savings with consistently top-of-market CD and high-yield savings rates. Serving the Oxford Hills community with pride, we offer personalized service to meet your financial needs. Conveniently located at 235 Main Street in South Paris, our friendly team is ready to assist you. Northeast Bank, your trusted partner in helping you earn more. Visit us today or at northeastbank.com. Member FDIC.
Maine Health is one team working together to deliver the highest quality personalized care. With that commitment, we're proud to introduce a fresh new look across all our locations. Soon, you'll notice a new logo and location names, making it easier to navigate the care you count on from the same care teams you trust. While Maine Health's brand is evolving, our compassionate and exceptional care will never change.
30 seconds left on the halftime clock. They don't even want it, as they will end things a little bit early here to get us back underway quickly for second half action. Oxford Hills and Brunswick, and Trevor Garish gets the first look of the third quarter. No good on the layup attempt here. Caleb Lamb with you on BRG Sports as we jump right back into things. Brady Delamater, left corner three. That one won't drop down for the man who's hit 3 of them so far today. 10-point lead for Oxford Hills. Brunswick trying to find a way to fight into it. That may not be the best look. A dunk attempt missed, and now Cameron Polkinen lays it up and in the other way in transition very quickly. I applaud Logan Gray for the gallant effort there as he raced down that right side. The 6'3" guard trying to stuff it, but he did not have a great angle to the basket there, and that one hits the side of the rim. Trevor Garish able to make the catch down low in the left block, and he will quickly put it up and in on a nice mismatch on the rotation. More of that for head coach Ben Clark's team may be the way forward. Back to a 10-point game, 31-21, both teams with a bucket. Carter Holbrook whips a pass across from the right side. That thing was moving as like the proverbial pebble from David's sling. He got plenty of torque behind that one, but that was way too hot to handle for Eli Laverdiere. He may have gone down like Goliath did if he didn't get his hands up in front of it. Brady Delamater, though, gets a takeaway on the steal. He will race in untouched, and he turns that into 2 points. 33-21, tied for the largest lead the Vikings have had so far in the game, up by 12. Carter Holbrook now trying to force a steal. He does, and the pass right back to him from Laverdiere. He lays it up and in for 2 more, and Ben Clark says enough is enough. Timeout taken by the Dragons. How about that as you take another look on the replay here? Holbrook just continuing to hassle Shaw, forces it away, thrown back in his direction. And on the second straight possession, the Vikings get a takeaway and able to turn that into an easy 2 points. And you can see the Dragons trying to play faster, play quicker, get more possessions, potentially get more shots up. That is a good recipe for trying to force a comeback in a high school game when you only have 8-minute-long quarters and you're down by double digits. But you have to take care of the ball as well, or else suddenly that lead starts to balloon, and it is up to 14 for Oxford Hills. Vikings trying to get above the 500 mark on the season to improve to 4-3. Brunswick trying to keep a 4-game win streak from being broken. They haven't lost since the opening day of the season when they fell against Freiburg Academy 50-44. But a lot of their wins have been against sub-500 teams. Beat Skowhegan 42-34, but knocked off Freeport. They're 1-4 this year. Beat Greeley. They're 2-3. And they beat Grey New Gloucester, who is 1-6 to start the season. So a good test for them in the early part against a team that's up a level in Class AA North. Lay with the travel there as he tried to cut down the left side against Murch. Had some contact against him, but stumbled forward a couple of steps. Was hoping there was going to be a whistle for a foul, but the whistle was for the turnover. Three-quarter court press. Vikings able to break that with a couple of cross-court passes, working laterally at the mid-court stripe. Now to the end line. Holbrook kicks out a pass that hits the bottom of the twine on its way forward. Ball gets loose on the floor. Laverdiere will hustle back and scoop it up off the deck. Delamater working on Shaw. Cuts across out of the screen from Laverdiere. He uses it again to go back and hands it off to Holbrook. Races to the left side. Pass over Murch. Puts it between his legs. Attacks against 3 players, and he got hit on all 3 sides. We'll see who they charge the foul to with 5:20 to go in the third quarter. Could not see as they had a player in the way here. We'll wait to go up on the board. It is Logan Gray who will get his second personal and the first of the third quarter. Murch no good at the line. I was just about to say how he's been doing a good job of hitting from the free throw line. I'm glad that announcer's curse cannot be blamed on me, because it wasn't out of my mouth. It was just a thought, and thoughts don't count. As this one goes up and rattles its way through for Murch. Give him 9 points in the game. Brady Roy back in for a spell as Murch has not just gone to the sideline, he has raced all the way down the hallway tunnel and out of the gymnasium. Might have left something in the locker room. So we'll see how he works his way back in. Hopefully not an injury, just the way he went right by the trainer. I believe Jillian had the same thought. Down low, a nice shot up from Logan Gray will drop through contact. Count the bucket and a foul for Logan Gray, who's got his third bucket and 6 point. Now can try to finish off the old-fashioned three-point play. That one on Cameron Polkinen is his second personal, team's first. And the free throw good as well for the junior guard. 7 points from Gray. On the floor here is the first-year Owen Quinn trying to hassle Holbrook. Now is picked up by Shaw. Pass over Polkinen to the corner for Brady Roy. 3 on the way. No, off the side of the rim, tapped back. And eventually Gray comes up with it. Logan Gray, bounce pass across, and the layup up and good from Owen Quinn. The first year on the board with his first bucket of the game. Braden Murch, by the way, has returned out of the locker room. He checks in with head coach Joe Furr to make sure that he knows he is back available. Was adjusting his eye as if he might have had something that came loose or got knocked out. Long-range jumper, no good. Came away with it, did Quinn, but the freshman was trapped and lost it on the sideline. Laverdiere is fouled on his way to the basket and will go to the line for 2. That was a great trap right at the midcourt stripe. Quinn really had 2 things going against him there for the youngster. He did not have a way to get across the midcourt stripe to avoid the 10-second violation, and even if he did, he was going to be in danger of a backcourt right away. First one from Laverdiere. 37-26 lead, and he gets the second to drop. 6'4" senior, nice work there. 38-26, a 12-point edge reestablished after the Dragons were getting a little bit of momentum on their side. It's a game of runs, but when you can turn them into just small 2 and 3 basket runs, they may be able to manage this lead from there. Into the paint, Shaw puts up his off-balance jumper, fouled, I believe, by Holbrook. Yes, that is on Carter Holbrook, and it is his 3rd personal. At the line, Brendan Shaw. He's hit one of his team's 2 3-pointers today, but that's it for him. And the free throw swirls out with a shake of his head, and Murch, checking back into the game, is going to spell Carter Holbrook, who might get a few minutes off here in the 3rd quarter with his 3 personal fouls on him. Shaw taking his time at the line. It's not connected on a free throw yet today. And he gets one there, make him 1 for 4 and 4 points for the junior. Delamater against a full court press. They again have the first-year Owen Quinn up there trying to cause problems, and they're going to call a backcourt on the Vikings. As Braden Murch caught that pass on the near sideline, he then went up in the air with it to throw it back across. And they're going to say that as the ball moved in his hands, it was in the front court, and then his pass across took it back over the line. So a turnover on Oxford Hills. 38-27 the lead. The Dragons with it back in their hands, and Brendan Shaw working against a double team. Dribbles left. Polkinen slides over with help from Delamater. Worked quickly, though, around the horn by Brunswick, trying to find a way to get this zone out of shape. Heave to the corner. And that pass back up top, well read. Polkinen picks it off, second steal, and add another layup to his total. Good patience on his way down the court as well. He doesn't rush things, knowing that he's not going to give the defender a chance, almost trying to bait the contact so he can go up to finish through the foul. 8 points for him. Pass down low from Garish. Layup attempt from Logan Gray, rolled off both sides of the rim, no good, and Laverdiere out-scraps Garish for the defensive rebound. Delamater to the paint. From Roy, kick out Murch, left elbow jumper, knocks it down. Braden Murch up to 11 for the number 10. Only his 3rd field goal. The rest have come from the free throw line. And how about that stuff from Polkinen? Though as he tried to put the pass ahead, Logan Gray was able to get a fingertip to it to force the steal. Brendan Shaw, his shot blocked again, but he did get clobbered in the back from behind, and he will go to the line once more for 2. 2:37 to go in our 3rd quarter. Vikings up 42-27. Foul on Delamater. That's only his first. Team's 3rd of the 3rd quarter. Shaw at the line as you watch the replay here. That pass across. He did a great job to attack from the baseline and just got hit really from both sides there. Free throw good, 42-28, and the Vikings are going to make 2 substitutions here. Holbrook back on as Laverdiere and Delamater head to the bench. And Jackson Stack back into the ball game for the 2nd time today. Shaw at the line, looking for the 2nd one to drop. This would be his 3rd straight after an 0-for-3 start from the free throw line. No, that one swirls away. Polkinen comes up with the rebound. Jackson Stack racing the other way. Got the pass to Brady Roy. Here's Murch, rises from the free throw line. The jumper no good. Jackson Stack able to chase down the loose ball. Nice job from him. Reset to Holbrook. Working against Shaw. Holbrook somehow jumped over 2 men, and he got a circus shot to drop, but they're going to call him for a travel as he hopscotched his way over the jump rope of legs, but that was too many steps when both feet hit the ground. Very nice play, and the fact that he finished it off with a bucket, you feel like you got to give him at least 1 point for that. Humberto Moyenga, though, finds his first bucket on the other end. They just feed him inside, and he uses the size mismatch to turn and put it off the glass and down. But now Polkinen trying to go against him defensively, blows right past him and puts it up and in. Polkinen joins the double-digit scoring party along with Delamater and Murch as they go right back to Moyenga, and that may be something they'll try to feed as he lays another one up and in from the right block. Just trying to quickly go down low to him with having to worry about Garish. It's the first time both of them have been on the floor today. Murch missed the jumper, rebound from Brady Roy. But they're going to say that he traveled as he tried to get his feet set underneath him. I think he came down half on the foot of a Brunswick defender and was off balance and stumbled. That's unfortunate for him. 2 straight buckets from Moyenga have made it a 12-point game. They lob it down low for him again. Double team, steps back and drops it in, just hanging on the front of the rim. Humberto Moyenga, 3 straight possessions with 3 buckets, his first points of the game, and he quickly has 6, is just 1 shy of Garish for the team lead. Holbrook in transition, fought through contact, left his layup short. Brendan Shaw comes down with the ball. Minute left to go in the third quarter. Brunswick suddenly right back into this thing. Down by 10, lobbing it down low. Polkinen got fingertips to it this time as they deny Moyenga finally. Jackson Stack forcing the turnover. Now Polkinen the other way. Tried the reverse layup, no good. Shaw comes up with it. 40 seconds to go. Gray trying to push the pace. Great dribble. Nearly had it stolen away by Holbrook. Drops it off. Shaw for 3. Left it short. Offensive rebound, Garish. Pass out to the corner. Swain back up top. Shaw to the far side. Logan Gray. Left corner 3. Nailed it. Logan Gray drops it through. Give him 10 points. 44-37, 15 seconds left in the third quarter. What a run this is by Brunswick. 9 straight points to suddenly be back in the ball game. Holbrook picks up his dribble, surrounded, got the bounce pass away. Polkinen chases it down, has to throw up a desperation shot, no good. Jackson Stack tried to catch the air ball in midair to get it off in time, but that is off the mark. We head to the fourth quarter, 44-37. Brunswick right back in it on BRG Sports.
Maine Health is one team working together to deliver the highest quality personalized care. With that commitment, we're proud to introduce a fresh new look across all our locations. Soon, you'll notice a new logo and location names, making it easier to navigate the care you count on from the same care teams you trust. While Maine Health's brand is evolving, our compassionate and exceptional care will never change.
To the fourth quarter we go here on BRG Sports. Welcoming you into our Twin Town Homes game of the week. For those of you listening to radio coverage on 92.7 and 100.7 WOXO, and those of you watching the live streaming video over on brgsports.me. It's been a good one. Oxford Hills, who had a 10-point lead at the break, they were leading by as many as 16 here in the third quarter before Brunswick puts together a 9-0 run. 3 straight baskets from big man Humberto Moyenga, and then a 3-pointer from Logan Gray have cut this to a 7-point ball game. Oxford Hills starts the fourth quarter in our final 8 minutes of regulation with the ball and the lead. Working from right to left across your radio dial. Delamater down low with it. Murch on the baseline. Pass out. Jackson Stack kicks it back up top. They float it inside back to Murch. He'll heave it across, but overthrows Jackson Stack into the Oxford Hills bench. Good hands from Brady Roy to get up there and corral it. But a turnover on the very quick passing look, trying to get Brunswick a little out of rhythm defensively. Trevor Garish here with the ball. As I said, first time we've really seen him and Moyenga on the floor at the same time, and that has been a good recipe for success. As an attempt to put a pass down on the ground was blocked in the air, knocked out of bounds by the Vikings, so Brunswick will keep the ball. Jackson Stack sent to the bench for a substitution. Vikings have their starting 5 back on the floor. Holbrook, Delamater, Laverdier, and Murch, as that inbounds was thrown away to Delamater. And he gives it off to Polkinen to draw the foul. Not how they would have drawn it up there on the sideline for Brunswick, and there are a few disappointed shakes of the head going on from the deep coaching staff there. And Clark, 3 of his 4 assistants joining him today. As the first free throw, no good for Polkinen. Logan Gray going to sub out of the game. Owen Quinn, the first year back on the floor. He's usually been the point man in the full court press. Second free throw, hangs agonizingly on the back of the rim and drops through. Polkinen's got 11. Across the timeline, Shaw able to float this pass over for Trevor Garish, who will attack the left side. Laverdiere trying to stand him up. Moyenga comes over to help out. They put the ball in his hands, kicks it out. Here's Owen Quinn. Garish trying to bully his way down low. Pass inside looking for Moyenga. It caught him on the elbow and went straight into the face of Murch. He's A-OK as Delamater came up with it. Down low. Oh, nice move, Cameron Polkinen, as he somehow got through the 2 defenders down low. He just could not get the layup to drop. And the Dragons come away with it. 45-37, the only point of the fourth quarter so far. The free throw made by Polkinen. Garish. Inside, they're going to call a blocking foul on Murch. He thought he was going to get the offensive. As you take another look on it here, floated inside. Just trying to hold his ground, but it did look like that left foot shuffled just a little bit before he hit the deck. Brunswick to inbound. This did not go as well last time, and it's nearly turned over again. Good job by Quinn to bring it down against Holbrook, but he throws the pass away out of bounds. They thought it was tipped by an Oxford Hills player, and the 2 officials are going to come together. That might have been what happened. We'll see if the one on the baseline had a better view of it. They say yes, it will belong to Brunswick. Looked like it grazed a fingertip on the way across there, but Shaw will inbound with 6.5 still to play. Plenty of time left. Garish between Laverdiere, got the pass away. Swain to the baseline from the right block. Bounce pass. Garish against Laverdiere. Shot might have been altered by Polkinen. And now thrown ahead by Murch. The bounce pass too fast and off the mark. Carter Holbrook is speedy, but even he's not quick enough to quite catch up to that one in time. Vikings still trying to go fast against this Dragons team, as suddenly their offensive production is slowed to a crawl. Here's Swain. Shaw inside. Moyenga layup up and good. He caught that in such a quick move to the basket. There was no time for Murch or Laverdiere to try to come over on him. 8 points, all in the second half, all in the last 4 minutes from Moyenga, and timeout taken by Oxford Hills. Joe O'Farrell wants a chance to talk things over. We will take the timeout with them here. 5:47 to go in the fourth quarter. Quick 30-second break. It's Oxford Hills 45-39 on BRG Sports.
Are you looking for a new home? Twin Town Homes in Oxford, Maine is your custom builder. Visit us at twintownhomes.com or 804 Main Street in Oxford. Your dream home is waiting.
Twin Town Homes game of the week for Oxford Hills boys basketball, and the Vikings up 45-39 on the Brunswick Dragons in a battle of Class 2A North versus Class A South. Brunswick trying to keep a 4-game win streak going at 4-1 to start the year. Oxford Hills trying to get above the 500 mark. They sit at 3-3 so far this season. Off the timeout, Polkinen to inbound. He will give to Carter Holbrook. The lead down to 6. It's not been that close since late in the second quarter when the Vikings went on a run to take a 10-point lead into halftime. But we did play the majority of that first half within a possession game. Murch down the left side gets the teardrop layup to drop. Braden Murch has 13 points to lead all scorers. Swain to Rylan Lay. Bounce pass, Garish. Moyenga comes to set the screen for him. They go down low again for Moyenga. Knocked away by Delamater, but it'll stay in the hands of the Dragons. Garish in the paint. Spins to his right. Leaner wouldn't go down, and Moyenga. Verdier extends a hand in apology there to hoist him back to his feet. That'll be the third on Moyenga. And Brady Roy going to come into the game to give Laverdiere a spell, as Moyenga holds out a hand in apology once again on his way by as you watch the replay there. Inbound pass here for the Vikings. This will be taken up the floor by Murch on that right sideline. Holds onto it right in front of the Oxford Hills bench as the Vikings, just in the home whites, go from right to left. Polkinen's pass, that was a bad one as he gave it straight into the hands of Swain. He was standing in the passing lane, didn't even have to move, got hit by the pass and was able to hang on to it. Heaved into the corner, Lay. Up top, Shaw rises for three, no, off the side of the rim, and that will go out of bounds. Might have been a touch on his wrist from Brady Delamater, and Joe O'Farrell is going to take a timeout. This will be a full one. We'll take one more 30-second break. Why not? 4:33 to go, and the lead back up to 8, 47-39, Vikings on BRG Sports.
At Northeast Bank, we're committed to helping you grow your savings with consistently top-of-market CD and high-yield savings rates. Serving the Oxford Hills community with pride, we offer personalized service to meet your financial needs. Conveniently located at 235 Main Street in South Paris, our friendly team is ready to assist you. Northeast Bank, your trusted partner in helping you earn more. Visit us today or at northeastbank.com. Member FDIC.
Oxford Hills cheerleaders giving a little showcase of the skills from the right side of things into what is a pretty big turnout here at the Oxford Hills Gymnasium in South Paris for a post-Christmas boys basketball game. They still had the holiday tunes cranking during the warm-up, though, as Oxford Hills looking to give a pretty good present to themselves, which would be another victory to get them a winning record at this point in the season. They lead 47-39 here in the fourth quarter. 4:33 to go. Polkinen from the baseline underneath his own basket will send this one in. The Vikings have used 2 quick timeouts, but both teams still have plenty remaining. Brunswick has used one themselves as Murch down low sees his layup blocked by Garish. Out to Holbrook. Left wing three, no good. Offensive rebound by Murch. Vikings get 2 extra looks at things here. They'll slow it down as they go back up top for Delamater near half court. Puts the ball on the dribble, attacks, kick out pass to the right side, Murch into the paint, Garish all over him, and the shot eventually knocked out of bounds. It'll go to Brunswick. Murch can't understand. He thought he put it off the body of the Dragons player and really thought there should have been a foul on that as well, not given. Garish, a very physical player. He is a tough man to score on as he comes up top looking to set a screen. No, he'll get the bounce pass put in his hands at the top of the key. On the dribble, Swain bounced it out for Lay. He was picked up by Polkinen, goes down low looking for Garish. It was poked away, came right back to Lay. He gets the pass off to Shaw, reset up top. Swain, an open look for 3 straight away, too strong. Rylan Lay looking for the rebound down low, but the Vikings come away with it. Murch from the deck, able to get the ball up and got the pass away to Holbrook. Nice job there. The Vikings will slow it down in the front court. 3.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. Gabe Damon was about to sub in. Instead, he is sent back to the bench because I think they're going to make a slight change in how they're attacking. A foul given right here. Just away from the ball. That is on Brendan Shaw, by the way, his second. Team's third of this fourth quarter. Holbrook off the inbound. Will dribble it back across the timeline. Now he goes to work. Puts the pass across to Brady Roy. Left it in the hands of Delamater up top. Crossover, gets inside. Garish forced the off-balance shot, no good. Offensive rebound from Murch. Tried the tip drill, which was really a hang in the air and try a one-hand layup, but that just wouldn't drop through. Almost feels like he defies gravity how long he hangs up there. Garish here gets the missed shot, and he puts one in, and a timeout taken by Brunswick after the shot drops that gets them back within 6. We'll keep it here. Vikings with a 47-41 lead with 2:52 remaining in our fourth quarter. And looking at how things are coming at this point, Oxford Hills, if they can maintain this pace, should not have any trouble hanging on for the win. The only problem is so many chances to stop the ball, and we know how the last couple of minutes are going to go. We may see both teams into the 50s before this thing is said and done. Ben Clark on the sideline for Brunswick, trying to talk his team through things. Trevor Garish getting that layup to drop has put him into double digits scoring. He and Logan Gray lead the team with 10 points apiece. They've made up half the offense. Oxford Hills, meanwhile, They've got 3 double-digit scores. Murch 13, Delamater 12, Polkinen 11 as they come out of the huddle. Polkinen to inbound. 1-3-1 3-quarter zone trap as they try to just make things difficult to bring the ball up the floor. Ooh, and they had to be careful about a backcourt violation. Polkinen threw it away. That worked out very well. Ahead for Logan Gray. The layup. Oh, it swirled out. Garish, though, gets the offensive board and puts it in. They throw a new look at the Vikings, and they are now unsure of what to do. Delamater heaves it ahead. Polkinen bounce pass down low. Tapped out of bounds. It should be off of Shaw. It is, as they try to pick out Brady Roy down low. Suddenly a 4-point game as Brunswick has continued to eat into this, what was at one point a 16-point lead in the third quarter late. Layup no good from Murch. Garish comes down with the rebound. Chance to make it a one-possession game. Shaw against Holbrook. Battles his way down the left. Throws up a circus shot, no good. Holbrook will take the defensive board. I was a little bit surprised to see Shaw try to get that one off. He might have been hoping for a foul call to come. Murch. Delamater gets around Owen Quinn to the corner. Holbrook up top, wide open Murch. He passes up the shot, though. Might not have liked the look there. This one goes to the far corner. Delamater on the attack. Layup as he blows by everybody and puts it off the glass and in. 14 for Brady Delamater. Shaw, offensive foul as he throws out the left hand to try to get Carter Holbrook out of his way. Too much contact there. So take a look at the replay here. This one just a frustration one as Holbrook has been glued to him, and you just can't throw up that, whenever it rises upwards like that towards the player's chest. Holbrook might have gone down a little bit easy, you could say, but that's a very smart way of drawing that foul. Here's Delamater as he dribbles through a crowd. He'll leave it back up top for Murch. 6-point lead with 1:20 seconds to go. Delamater through the traffic. Got it to Gabe Damon, who's into the game for Holbrook, who gets a break. With a cup of water in his hand on the sideline. It won't be too long, and a foul called against Shaw for too many touches on the shoulders of Murch as he was swinging the ball around. Oh no, they charged that to Logan Gray, excuse me. That is his 5th, which is him done for the day. And it's the team's 5th of the fourth quarter as well. So 2 shots upcoming for Murch. Logan Gray's night will end with 10 points from the junior guard. And Murch cannot connect on the first one. That was offline to the left. Laverdier back in for Brady Roy with 1:12 left to go on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Oxford Hills trying to hang on for this win against Class A South opponent Brunswick. 49-43 lead, and it's not going to get to 50 yet as that second free throw also misses from Murch, who skids out on the near sideline. Could hear the tire squealing as he tried to keep his feet planted. Shaw going to step into a 3. That's way off the mark. It's the bottom of the backboard there. But he did surprise everybody with his shot there as Garish will just take the foul. 2-possession game after the 2 foul shots missed by Murch. And I think Garish, sensing a little pressure on the young man's shoulders, takes the foul on him to see if he can connect. 3rd personal on Garish. And the first free throw, no good either from Braden Murch. 57 seconds left. Gabe Damon, Brady Delamater, both into the backcourt for the Vikings. And this one does rattle in front room and back room and down. Murch with 14. He and Delamater tied for the team high, and it's a 50-point game from Oxford Hills. They're up by 7. 3-pointer from Shaw. This time he connects from the left wing side. 2nd triple of the game, only the 7th point of the day. And the point guard able to get that one to rattle down, make it a 4-point deficit. Timeout taken by Brunswick with 44.2 seconds left on the clock. Really, the way that both these teams have been attacking has been fun to watch. Brunswick, who fell way behind, but just had that idea that with it being such a low-scoring game, they were never really out of this one. Neither team has really found a way to consistently connect on shots. It's been a lot of just scrapping things together on each of these half-court looks. Oxford Hill's zone defense has made things difficult for Brunswick. The Dragons haven't shot the ball particularly well, but did lean on their size advantage when they needed it to spark a 9-0 run that got them back into this game and have at least given them a chance. And now Oxford Hill's trying to find a few big shots from their upperclassmen to give them this win. Holbrook trapped on the inbound, able to get the pass back to Braden Murch, who is again immediately fouled with 40 seconds left. That one was on Keegan Cummings, his second personal. 4-point lead, and once more, Braden Murch will have some pressure-fueled free throws, and he leaves the first one short. Oh boy, he's only one of his last 5. As Holbrook goes back to the bench, Brady Roy is on. And everybody for Oxford Hills is going to the backcourt. They're not going to bother fighting for this rebound. Might be a vote of confidence for Murch. He missed it, but he also left the line before the shot got there, seeing that it was going to be offline and trying to race in for his own miss. So that gives it to Brunswick, thrown ahead. Shaw whips it to the right corner. Back up top for Owen Quinn. Garish trying to flash to the paint. Pass outside. Swain for 3. Too strong. Rebound straight up in the air, but there was a whistle before it even came down. And I think Shaw grabbed a hold of the shoulders, did he? Or no, they're going to say that was, I think, just out of bounds. It must have hit that strap on the support as it went high into the air. So Vikings with it, and Delamater will be the one who gets fouled this time with 20 seconds left. He will go to the line for 2 shots. Still a 4-point game after the Vikings have missed their free throws down the stretch here. 1 for their last 8. That one, though, good from Delamater, who's got 15. Retakes the team lead. Gabe Damon back on with Brady Roy, Braden Murch, and Cameron Polkinen. Brady Delamater's second free throw, no good. Shaw picks it up. Oh, and there was a quick horn sound inadvertently. He'll play on through it. Nobody thrown off too badly as Garish tries to lean from his right. Couldn't get the shot away. Damon bounce pass. Delamater had it stripped. They give it to Garish. Teardropper over the top, wouldn't go, and it's knocked out of bounds. Oxford Hills ball with 3 seconds left and a 5-point lead. Oh, that was the chance that Brunswick was looking for. Gabe Damon to inbound. Delamater open. Quinn's not going to get to him. That's your ball game. A little sloppy. Not very efficient at the end, but the Vikings hang on for the victory, and they will improve to 4-3 on the season with a 51-46 victory over the Brunswick Dragons. Teams go through the handshake lines here. We will take a timeout and come back to wrap things up for you on our Coastal Auto Parts Napa postgame show. You're watching the Twin Town Homes Game of the Week on BRG Sports.
Hey, wake up. This car's not going to fix itself.
Your car may not be a race car, but you can sure treat it like one. You can find Gear Wrench, the tools trusted by the Napa Racing Team at any of our 29 locations. And while you're here, sign up for the Napa Rewards. You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Is your current CPA or tax preparer not coaching you on how to score big with your taxes, payroll, or bookkeeping? At H&R Block in South Paris, our experts provide the guidance you need to win. Visit us today and let us help you achieve financial victory.
Dunk your money into your retirement account so Uncle Sam doesn't take the win. Take control of your financial future at H&R Block in South Paris.
Visit your local H&R Block in South Paris.
At Northeast Bank, we're committed to helping you grow your savings with consistently top-of-market CD and high-yield savings rates. Serving the Oxford Hills community with pride, we offer personalized service to meet your financial needs. Conveniently located at 235 Main Street in South Paris, our friendly team is ready to assist you. Northeast Bank, your trusted partner in helping you earn more. Visit us today or at northeastbank.com. Member FDIC.
Whether you're racing to pick up the kids or a quarter mile, make sure you get to the finish line in record time. Give your car the race car treatment with the brand trusted by the Napa Racing Team. Pick up a gear wrench socket set for your garage at any of our 29 locations. And while you're here, sign up for the Napa Rewards. You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Twin Town Homes in Oxford has been putting New Englanders in affordable homes since 1955, offering custom homes from top manufacturers for every budget. Visit us at twintownhomes.com or 804 Main Street in Oxford. Your dream home is waiting.
Back here on our post-game coverage here of our Twin Town Homes game of the week, Coastal Auto Parts Napa post-game show to wrap things up for you. Caleb Lamb taking you through the end of a 50-46 victory for the Oxford Hills Vikings boys basketball team against the Brunswick Dragons. Good battle there. Oxford Hills was up by as many as 16 in the second half before a 9-0 run at the end of the third and beginning of the fourth got Brunswick to within 7, and they were able to keep things close before eventually falling by 5. Taking you through scoring for both teams, Keegan Cummings, 3 points for him. Logan Gray had 10 before he fouled out. Brendan Shaw ends with 7 on 2 triples. Humberto Moyenga, a big flash of brilliance, 8 points for him, 4 layups in about a 2-minute span was his only scoring. Rylan Lay hit 1 from the free throw line. Owen McGrath had a bucket, as did first-year Owen Quinn. But Trevor Garish was once again the big man to lean on, 12 points to lead the Dragons in scoring. Just couldn't connect on that layup late on in the final seconds that would have made it a one-possession game. Oxford Hills, their scoring looked like this. Brady Roy gave him 2 points. Gabe Damon with 2 points as well. Eli Laverdier, 2 from the free throw line. You had 5 points for Carter Holbrook, the senior point guard. And then you get into the big scoring. Cameron Polkinen, 11 points from him. He was big at times with some athletic moves to the hoop. Also got Braden Murch involved in the scoring. A lot of free throws from him in the first half. Not so many connected on despite all the attempts in the second half. They will be working on that, I'm sure, but still a 14-point game for the 6'4" junior forward. Not bad at all. And Brady Delamater, your senior guard, 3 triples, big points from him in that first half, and he had some good buckets as well down the stretch in the second half. Just also had some good steals, good all-around game for him, as well as leading all scorers in 15 points. That does make him our player of the game. Oxford Hills next up for them. They will get themselves on the road to go play Windham High School, where they will see now Windham Athletic Director and former Oxford Hills girls coach Nate Pelletier with the Eagles for a 12 o'clock game down there just before the calendar switches to 2025. We've got ourselves some more coverage coming up. Not totally sure just yet what our next broadcast is going to look like. We'll look to try and get January the 2nd for Oxford Hills versus Bangor, but we have not confirmed that one. Make sure you keep yourselves posted on social media for BRG Sports, where we'll let you know about our upcoming games. As the Vikings just getting through the early part of the season, they are at 4-3. Headed towards the big middle stretch where they're going to start to see a lot of teams from Class AA North and a few out of the South as well, as they'll begin to start jockeying for the playoff positions. That's going to wrap things up for us here. For my producer, John Chassie, our camera operators, Evan Smith and Wyatt Flagg, I'm Caleb Lamb. Your final score for the final time today from Oxford Hills. It's the Vikings 51, the Dragons 46. Oxford Hills boys come away with the win. You've been watching it on BRG Sports.